We are anonymous. We do not serve the powerful. We do not echo their talking points. And we do not confuse comfort with clarity. If you came here for an easy laugh, you might still get one, but it will come with truth attached. Because tonight we talk about a clip that went viral, one that blends comedy power race and hypocrisy in a way only America could produce. It begins with something harmless. A smiling TV host opens the segment. "Need a good laugh this morning, you're in luck." He introduces what he calls the funniest thing on the internet. He's cheerful, almost gleeful. But within seconds, what looks like humor becomes revelation, a mirror held up to the arrogance of modern politics. The host recalls that infamous Trump rally moment. "Look at my African-American over here. Are you the greatest?" That moment never left the American consciousness. It was arrogance packaged as self-congratulation. And now, through a new performance, it returns this time through the lens of comedy. Comedian Godfrey performing in front of U.S. troops in Washington, D.C. takes the stage. He channels Trump with uncanny precision, the cadence, the bravado, the self-love. "I send out my black soldiers," he says in Trump's voice. "My black soldiers. Can you believe it? I got black soldiers. Out of the thousands of white soldiers I have, I found 3 black ones. Isn't that great?" The room bursts into laughter. But listen closely, it's not just laughter. It's release. That's what good comedy does. It cracks open the hypocrisy hiding in plain sight. When Godfrey says 3 black soldiers, it's not exaggeration. It's a spotlight on the tokenism that passes for progress. It's about those who wave diversity like a flag while ignoring the deeper injustice it conceals. The troops laugh because they understand it instinctively. They've seen photo ops where their service was used as a backdrop. They've heard politicians call them heroes while cutting their health care. And now someone dares to mock the entire spectacle. The host transitions with a perfect phrase. Comedy defeats hypocrisy. In one sentence, he summarizes why this matters. Because sometimes a punchline delivers more truth than a press conference. Then the segment pivots. The host mentions Speaker Mike Johnson, the man who built his brand on family values and faith. "Just consider Speaker Johnson's state and district," the host says. "The murder rate is nearly 4 times higher than California's." The irony writes itself. A man preaching morality while presiding over chaos. But this isn't shown on Fox News. Hypocrisy prefers silence. Comedy forces sound. That's the brilliance of moments like this. They take the pomp of power and puncture it. Trump's boastful tone, Johnson's contradictions, the media's complicity, it all collapses under laughter. Because comedy, when fearless, becomes truth-telling. The broadcast then references a South Park parody of Trump. He's haunted by an apparition in the East Wing, terrified of what he sees in mirrors. The twist, it's his wife, Melania. "What does it want?" he asks. "I'm pretty sure that's your wife, sir," comes the reply. Ridiculous, yes, but painfully accurate. The man who made fear his currency now trembles at his own reflection. This collage of real clips, parodies, and performances paints a single picture: America's addiction to image. Leaders act as if optics are substance. They believe that being seen with 3 black soldiers erases prejudice. That quoting scripture justifies cruelty. That shouting law and order hides the disorder beneath. But comedy cuts through illusion. It doesn't lie to protect feelings. It shows truth in exaggerated form, making denial impossible. In the Godfrey performance, Trump's caricature becomes self-portrait. "They're great people," he says, "the black soldiers. The green looks good on your skin." The soldiers laugh hard, but the laughter isn't cruel, it's knowing. Because everyone in that room understands the layers. They know flattery when they hear it. They've lived through the doublespeak. That's why satire is essential. In a time when facts are twisted beyond recognition, laughter is a weapon no spin doctor can neutralize. Once people start laughing at power, they stop fearing it. The host says making the troops laugh is a proud American tradition. He's right, but this moment is different. These troops aren't laughing at a routine, they're laughing at a reality that once ruled over them. A comedian, not a general, gave them a moment of honesty. Let's step back. Trump's entire political career has been performance. Everything is theater, the rallies, the nicknames, the endless self-praise. He governs like a showman, not a statesman. And Mike Johnson, for all his sermons, performs his own play. Morality is marketing. Together they represent a larger sickness, leadership as illusion. And that's what Anonymous exposes. We do not look away from the illusion, we dissect it. We trace how words like faith, patriotism, and unity get weaponized. We follow how they become shields for corruption and self-interest. When a comedian like Godfrey mocks 3 black soldiers, he's not mocking the troops, he's mocking the lie that proximity to diversity equals justice. That joke lands because everyone recognizes the absurdity. He ends with, "They should be cleaning my floors, but it's okay." The audience howls, but behind that laughter is the ghost of something real, a reminder of the quiet prejudice hidden under smiles and slogans. That's why comedy matters. It's the last language truth can still speak freely. Tyrants fear it more than protest because laughter can't be censored. You can silence a whistleblower. You can't silence an audience that's laughing at you. The viral clip spread fast online. Soldiers shared it. Civilians reposted it. The comments filled with relief, people laughing, yes, but also recognizing how absurd the world has become. This is genius. Finally, someone said it. Funniest thing I've seen all week. But beneath the humor was recognition. People weren't just entertained, they were waking up. When politics turns into theater, truth has to find another stage. That's what happened here. Facts couldn't break through, but laughter could. Look at Speaker Johnson again preaching righteousness in a state drowning in violence. Look at Trump declaring love for my black soldiers while treating inclusion like decoration. Look at networks that refuse to show it, afraid of their own audience. That's the ecosystem of hypocrisy Anonymous exposes every day. And here's the deeper truth. The laughter in that military hall wasn't just mockery, it was reclaiming power. Those who served this country laughed at those who used them. It was the sound of clarity breaking through control. Comedy doesn't solve corruption. It doesn't rewrite laws or undo injustice. But it makes denial impossible. It forces the hypocrite to see himself as others do. That's why we watch Record and Reveal. Because even laughter leaves a trace. Every meme, every sketch, every parody becomes part of the public record a record power can't erase. So laugh, but remember what you're laughing at. Share, but think about what it reveals. Because truth delivered with a smile still demands action. We are anonymous. We are not entertainers. We are observers. When comedy smashes hypocrisy, we amplify it. When laughter unmasks power, we remember the sound. If you believe truth still matters, share this story. If you believe hypocrisy deserves exposure, don't scroll past. The world is watching. The walls are thin. The masks are cracking. We are anonymous. Expect us.